Just to let you know where we are on the schedule, you've already had your break. I think after the other sharing, we kind of went right into a break, so we'll consider that we've had that break. And I'll finish up the last presentation, which the finish up for that was just going to be just kind of opening it up for a couple of minutes to, not necessarily, we don't want to have all the groups share necessarily, but if anybody would like to share something from the group, something that's not confidential, because of course our group sharing is always confidential, or anybody that wants to ask a question, or maybe just give us an idea how it's been so far, and you know how your groups went. So I'll open it up. Anybody wants to say something?
Group 1 will share. Can I have the group 1 members?
Oh wow, they're all prepared.
We are on the spot.
Go ahead.
Must be good, huh?
I am the thorn among the roses. Well, anyway, we have to introduce no more at the same time, right? At the same time. Anyway, what we're going to share is one of the very common among us, especially Filipinos, and it's very common among the four of us. We're grateful to God for being prayerful. And the reason being prayerful, become closer to God, we trust more God, and so it gives us joy. And because of that joy, we share that joy with others. And especially Sister Penny, you know, she's being called whenever, for example, for some sick people, to pray for them, things like that. It brings joy to the family of that person, and also to the person herself or himself. And so, for us, we bring joy to our family because of our being prayerful. We share that to our family.
Not true.
So become prayerful because I'm prayerful. Okay? That's the kid on the diet. Okay? Anyway, that's one thing among us, which is very common among the four of us. And we share about how we bring joy to our family, to our friends. And we are grateful to God for that. Thank you.
All right, another group, or anybody want to share individually, or?
Great.
We're in group 4.
You are 4 in the group, but group 6, right?
Group 6, okay. Oh, 6. Okay. The 3 things that we were grateful, 4 of us, the 2 things are the same, and the number 1 is individually different. But the bottom line of our sharing is that we were so grateful for having joined the Concilio movement, and that expanded our knowledge about the existence of our God and ourselves. And for me personally, the number 2 things that I'm grateful about is that being baptized as a Catholic Christian. And the number 1 for me personally is the gifts of life and love, the knowledge and understanding, and the humility and patience of our existence here on earth. And so for our group 6, we
are united. We almost have the same sound mind. Pure and healthy heart. And worthy of emulation by the members of our family, relatives and friends, and our brothers and sisters in the Corsilio movement.
Love you, Brother Ray.
Intindihin nyo na.
Someone else? Brother?
I'm going to follow up on Brother Ray. Brother Ray? One of the things that I'm very grateful for is my involvement in the Corsilio movement. As I have shared before in some of our sharings and meetings, I was raised up in Catholic school, all the way in contact with nuns and priests and everything. I went to retreats every year, maybe twice a year. But when I went to the Corsilio, I didn't realize that the Corsilio is more than what I have learned in all my life, my Christian life. Okay? The Corsilio became an avenue or a path to my spiritual life. I've gone through all phases of difficulties and trials. And I have gone through all of them because of my spiritual life, which I got from the Corsilio. Okay? Through the Corsilio, I learned about my vertical and horizontal life. Okay? And it is the horizontal life that made me, that was more strengthened me, or the one that I really appreciated more in my Corsilio involvement, because I could bring joy to other people. I learned that God is not there in church, but He is out there in the world. And I bring joy to senior citizens. I bring joy to kids because I'm involved with Bible camps during this summer. And I bring joy to senior citizens because I drive them all around, okay? And I bring joy to my family because of the way they are taught and the way of what I learned in my spirituality is given out to them. And my son is raising his kids, he said, because of the way we raised them. So, that's my sharing today. Thank you. One another is a joy forever. Number 3, I'm grateful for my career. I was never sure I will enjoy nursing. All that I knew was I can do my best. Through nursing, I found fulfillment in my daily tasks and activities. I learned to be more caring, helpful, compassionate, tactful, encouraging, and tolerant. I realize nursing is holistic as it covers the physical, mental, and spiritual care. I derive joy when I'm soothing someone who is very sick or his family. I am truly at my best when I'm helping others.
All right. That's how we do it for time. We probably should. We're okay? Okay, so if anybody else would like to share on the group.
Yes, we were group 2 here. I went to the job. Our group was actually kind of all over the place, which was nice. It was, broad spirit of gratitude. There were some of us who were focused on what enriched them, and in turn made them a bigger gift to others as well. So the range of things for which we were grateful were some of our own skills, some of our own gifts like perseverance or enthusiasm or something like that. The other ones, like Sister Sally said, faith. We were grateful for our faith. And I think this is, we were all grateful for this. But maybe some of us focused on that more than others. And the experience itself, the experience with hardship, and the experience with our own frailty, which then helped us to kind of embrace our own weakness and help for others. So we were very grateful even for the exercise alone, which brought our group together and made us think about what we internally were grateful for, and be able to share that joy with others.
Anybody else? Or any questions? Almost the last chance. Any other group want to? Oh, one more.
Can I just thank you?
As long as everyone can hear you.
This is a summary of what we have discussed about gratitude. First and foremost, we are grateful for our faith, for being born, and for me personally, for knowing Christ at a very tender age, at the age of 7, because my mother is a teacher. So second, we are grateful for our lives, all of us, because for having been given good parents, good, lovable, and responsible husband and children. Third is, at all times, we are grateful to the Lord for the good health, protection, and the beautiful nature that surrounds us, which inspired us to thank the Lord every time, as much as possible, every breath we take.
Thank you, Lord.
There are 3 things that brought joy, and to whom? I consider, because I have been in touch with my children every now and then, so every conversation uplifts me, because from them, from their lips, I am so grateful that we have raised good 7 children and grandchildren. It really gives me joy every time I talk to them. Second is my close friends, especially the chosen flock, whom I have been blessed to be part of the group. And thirdly, is to those whom I have the good fortune of knowing all my life in my life's journey. That's all.
Okay, well, thank you all for your input and all your wonderful sharing. I think, our sharing kind of brings out that question could be answered in a variety of different ways and different ways of looking at it, as was pointed out, that it is, to look at the things that have been given to us from the outside was one way to look at it, as many of you did, and also the circumstances of our lives, pointed that out to us. And also, though, which was really kind of my initial focus for the question, was to look inside at us, of us as our personality. And of course that goes quite a bit along with what we talk about in Cursillo of encountering ourselves. And so I'd encourage you throughout the rest of this day and even afterwards to think about all three of those things really and how they have come together in your lives to bless you and to bless others. But I think it really is important for us to look at who we are in terms of our own personhood, our own personality, and how we are a gift to God. Because sometimes we kind of just want to blend in, right, and be part of that community, which we are, but we also bring to that community oftentimes some unique gifts. And I think some people mentioned encouragement and things like that. And there's lots of things that we look at. And I'll just mention one that I think I mentioned before in my own life, that just to give you an idea that the gifts aren't always the obvious things that we think of. And I hope this is a gift. I consider it a gift in my life. And that is that I tend to have a tendency toward being the gift of dissension, the person who disagrees. But in reality, in many circumstances, that really is a gift because you need people to come in and bring the other opinion. I was on a debating team in high school, so you had to be able to convince people of things you didn't believe in. And so it was, and I don't do that anymore, but I do tend to be that. And so I'm just mentioning that just because, think about who you are and how God has made you, because the way He's made you is going to be a gift that can be shared and used. And sometimes the things that you don't think are gifts really are. Now that doesn't mean we don't look at our lives and see the things that need to change, because we all have those. I know I certainly have those. My memory for one, obviously. But other things that, need to be changed in ourselves. So we do look at those as well. But please look at yourselves as a gift and don't be afraid of looking deeper and deeper at who you are, because you'll really discover God. Anyway, I'm done, and actually I'm done for the day because I need to rush off to a wedding, so I'll say goodbye and thank you all.